Come on. Yo, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. We are privileged to see yet another day. And also privileged to get to hear Ten Hag giving a press conference ahead of the Europa League clash between Man United and FC Twente. His first love. And yeah, we're going to talk about from some comments from Erik Ten Hag about just that game and sort of some status updates, and also we're going to talk about somebody that's not being talked about enough, in my opinion, mainly because he's not a Manchester United player. And you know what? Rightfully so. But at the same time, for me, I like to give credit where credit is due. And yeah, we got to talk about Erling Haaland and his goal scoring form right now. And yeah, I'm curious what you have to say, what your stance is on this. My name is botswanapapi. I thank you so much for being here on this Tuesday with me. And yeah, let's get this show going, shall we? Football Power Hour! Winning it again for Manchester United. Oh, I like that tune. Big shout out to Tommy Boyle, who's a big pillar of this community. He's the one that hooked up that intro. So good. I like the vibe of it that I just want to run it twice. Football Power Hour! Winning it again for Manchester United. Boom, boom, boom. Hey. That's. I like how calm it is, you know. And anyway, shout out to you, man. Shout out to men like Shay in the house. You know, Shay. I had to say this about Shay. I appreciate Shay Arsenal so much. I'm so uh full of gratitude for your support and your vibes and you being a member of this community and always showing love, saying, you know what? Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. If not, you are a 007 agent. If you don't know what a 007 agent is, it's pretty much somebody who works for the ops, somebody that's here and enjoys this content and does not hit the like button nor does not subscribe. That's who we label as 007 agents, in case you are new and wondering what is he talking about. So I really appreciate you, Shay, for always being here, showing love, saying will do for hitting 2K subscribers. Now we can get to 3K subscribers on this channel. Oh, man, fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Yale in the building as well about the Haaland question, and which we'll get to in a moment. And I want to say shout out to Luman in the building as well. Luman says, should I trust Papi or Saeed? You can trust me. No, Saeed is also like a really a good fellow, and I think he's trustworthy, honestly. Also, it depends on what, Luman, you know. But I respect Saeed's work rate as a content creator. I really like. He always shows me good vibes when I appear on his channel. I've called in maybe like I can't remember, a few times, like less than 5 times, but you know, and he always you know, I was surprised the last time when I called in, he recognized me, you know, and I was like, oh, Saeed, come on. So big up to Saeed, man. Yeah, I don't care about likes. All I want is super chat at Football Power Hour. I demand £100 super chat per stream. Oh my god, that will be the day, dude, man. That will be the day, you know. For me, the value of this community, honestly, it's even more than just money. It's about the therapy. It's about the the community bond that we have and that we're forming, and that as we grow in this journey, and I'm so, so grateful for that. So I do not take it for granted. That's why I'm dishing out gratitude notes right now, saying big up to you, Lou, man. Thank you so much for, being such a positive soul. Anyway, talking about positivity, Erik Ten Hag is feeling positive about FC Twente. Overly positive, some may feel, because here's the thing. I want to even just tell you right now. He says it's not nice to hurt the former club FC Twente, and we haven't even played a game yet. I was like, Jesus is Lord. Let me not even paraphrase it, but he was obviously asked about, how did you feel when Man United and FC Twente were drawn in the Europa League, and he said he would have preferred not to play against his former club, because it's not nice to have to hurt something you love. You know, how do I even say this? Let's take a deep breath. Erik Ten Hag is coming off a little bit like it's borderline arrogance, also honesty, also confidence. It's like a mixture of all those things in one part for me. Because what if FC Twente tomorrow we end the day and it's 1-0 to FC Twente? What is the narrative going to be if you're a manager and you say something like this? But also, I really, 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 really respect and feel like it's coming from a place of sincerity for Erik Ten Hag, because he went on to talk about how FC Twente was paramount and instrumental to him in developing as a player and also as a coach. He said FC Twente has brought me a lot. I was put through the academy. I was part of the generation of the first youth team when the youth competition was started up again after many years. So for me, there's a great deal of history there. I would have preferred not to play against someone else. It's not nice to hurt someone or something you love, pardon me. There's other things obviously that like were covered in the press conference that actually, guys, if you watch that press conference, you hear him go speak in Dutch. You also see Mazraoui also speaking in Dutch. And I actually had forgotten that, oh yeah, of course Mazraoui speaks Dutch, not only just Arabic, but English, Dutch. And it made me feel like, wow, what in the United Nations is going on? Just like watching that press conference, because there's just so many languages going around. And I kind of chuckled and marveled at that for a little bit, and was like, this is pretty cool. I like it. So big up to you for joining in. If you're just pulling up, bath time in the building, saying hi, puppy. I'm just having a baked potato. Buenos dias, buenos tardes para ti. Birth time. I know you speak Spanish. Oi, bonjour, dumelang, ni hao to everybody that's just joining in. Yeah, I just got the language inspiration from today's press conference, and I was like, wow, languages are just such a beautiful thing. So it's really, really, really nice to I feel like a language is one of those things where you get to like see like the cultural perspective of like a different place, of a different people. So it's such a nice thing. But also big up to you and the baked potato that you're having. I hope it's with something by the time. You can't just have a baked potato. You gotta get some greenery in there. Anyway. Shout out to Nick saying, by the way, it's unacceptable if Man United do not win against a club that cannot even spell. Get right here, man. That cannot even spell 20 correctly. Nick, I feel like that's actually how you spell 20 in Dutch. How do you say hello in Norwegian, by the way, Yale? Because hello in Dutch is hallo, as far as I know. I know. Sorry, I'm on my languages right now. Is it hallo as well in Norwegian? I'm really curious. If you can let me know, that would be nice. Nick says, take your time with it. Yes, we're taking our time with our content creator journey, enjoying every step of the way. Thank you for remembering to hit the like button, Nick. And shout out to United TV says, eating carbs. Yo. You try to bring back Rush Hour, says, but ni hao. I see what you did there. One of my favorite moves. Namaste to Ronald. Yes, come on, namaste. You know, that's so funny. Buenas tardes to you, doctor. Yes. Anyway. Yeah. So we were talking about Ten Hag's press conference, and he gave a update on Luke Shaw's situation, and I just want to say, my lord, when are we gonna cut ties with Luke Shaw? This is what Erik Ten Hag had to say about him. He said he will be back before back before October's international break. Possible, probably, but can't say 100% sure. I can't guarantee that now. The plan is to be back before, but it can be a short while after. I really don't know. Luke Shaw and Reece James are twins in the Premier League. And I don't know which player is injured more. And I really don't know how to feel anymore about Luke Shaw, because he's one of those guys that you're like, yeah, when he's fit, when he's in form, he's a nice player. But if the manager can't even, like, you can tell the uncertainty in his voice when he's talking about Luke Shaw. And I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's just one of them things. There's a picture that encapsulates how I feel right now. And this is it right here. Oh my God. The doctor has had enough. Also, the doctor says, listen, Luke has got to go in January. Dude, I feel like he has to. He has to. I forgot Reece James played, I forgot he's the captain of Chelsea Football Club. These guys, like, I know it's not their own doing. It's not, you don't choose to be injured, but there's just something also that you have to say, if you can't be available on a consistent basis, maybe you should try something else, like try a different career path. How old is Luke Shaw? He is 29 years old, and he's just one of those guys that just never got to reach his potential, like to show us on a consistent basis what he's capable of. And I remember Jose Mourinho talking about him being like, nah, this guy doesn't use his head. It was Luke Shaw's body and my brains on the pitch. And I ever since that time, I just sort of just had this feeling that this guy, he's not really meant to be here at Man United. And I wish him a speedy recovery. I want him to get back to his best, because get back to full fitness, because when he is available, when he's back, he adds quite a lot. But I don't even know if prayers can actually help at this point in time. So anyway, and it was just one of them things where I just saw a manager just not sure about his answer, talking about Luke Shaw. Anyway, the other thing that Ten Hag was asked about was, speculation from pundits about Marcus Rashford, aka Mr. Luan. Rashford, this is what he said. He said, I didn't understand the criticism. People are not entitled to bring speculation. People are not entitled to bring speculation. I'll give an explanation why they have to trust my words. That is not, if I give an explanation, they have to trust my word. That is not right. Erik Ten Hag, people are entitled to bring speculation and to bring their own opinion to the table, because at the end of the day, opinions are the things that, it's a basic human right, but at this point, like, it's just so crazy that Erik Ten Hag has this sort of like, I'm still going to babysit Rashford. I'm still going to sort of like shield him. And maybe that's, he's doing his job as what he feels like is the best way to respond about him in public. But for me, if I was Erik Ten Hag, I'd be like, Rashford is on his own right now. He has to prove what he's capable. This is his make or break season, And I just not like throw him under the bus, but really show that like, listen, I'm not here to harbor passengers. This is the time for him to perform. If he can't perform, he's got to go in January. Get right here, man. Him and Luke Shaw on the same Uber. They gotta be out, But big up to Ten Hag for having this sort of like patience and very, very, protective outlook on his players. So let's hope that it pays off in the end. That's why he gets the big bucks, and we out here just responding on his, on his comments. Anyway, Ronald says Reece James has more quality than quality on NHS quality. Yeah, it's a crazy one to think about. Like who, I feel like if you're comparing the footballing abilities, Reece James is obviously well more rounded and well more of a complete player than Luke Shaw. But it's one of them things. It's one of them things. I'm just like, these guys are just never available enough for them to showcase that talent. It's so crazy. It's like if you're in a class, you're such a brilliant student, but you don't attend the class and you don't show up for some of the quizzes or the exams, So it's like, what's the point? Maybe leave the class and try something else. Anyway, about time it says, did Ten Hag say anything coherent or interesting today? These are some of the things that he covered. There was quite a lot. I feel like Mazraoui also gave some really interesting comments, and it was kind of, for the sake of, I don't want to spend the whole show talking about that press conference, but like I feel one of the interesting or more standing out back and forths from Mazraoui's like United Nations conference was he was asked about the schedule, like 70 games is in a year. That's possibly the highest number of games that any player can be playing in today's football. And he was asked about that workload, and he just pretty much just said, yeah, this is just too much. Nobody's gonna stay fit for all those games. So he was also sort of like singing the same song as Thibaut Courtois and Rodri. So it's one of them things where you feel for them and say, it's tough. It's tough being a modern footballer today. So yeah, I hope that Mazraoui can stay fit for as long as possible. I don't like it when a player comes out in public and then gives an opinion on injuries, and then it feels like there's some bad judge sometimes that happens, because look at what Rodri, what happened to Rodri, out for the whole season, even after complaining about the fixture schedule. Courtois, oh no, it's not Courtois that's actually injured. It's the Barcelona goalkeeper Ter Stegen. He's also injured, and yeah. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that one. And the next question that I want to ask, guys, I don't know if I don't know if you've noticed, if you're somebody that likes to check Premier League statistics, like player stats and how they're doing. It is kind of laughable at this point in time because we have only played how many Premier League games? 5 games so far. All the clubs have played 5 games so far. And you will laugh when you see this because it's almost like comedy. It's almost like WTF settings. Look at this. Erling Haaland's goal scoring form in the Premier League. He is at 10 Premier League goals already with 1 penalty. 9 from open play. I'll say this one more time. Erling Haaland is already at double digits, while second is at half them numbers. Jesus is Lord. Man, if only the club listened to Ole. I like to give credit where credit is due because this is something that, listen, Lutate, they can be tap-ins, bro, but he was there for the tap-in. So my question that I want to ask today is, can this guy go on to beat his own personal records? Because at this rate, he's performing, he's competing against himself. He is overachieving. This guy it's funny because Planet Fast talked about him and he said he's not my cup of tea. I was like, fam, you gotta wait and see what he does in the Premier League. And he meant obviously in terms of, yeah, as a footballer, he's not like a finished article. He doesn't like, if he's not scoring goals, he's not adding a lot to the team. But at the end of the day, the job description of a striker, main responsibility, unless you're Joshua Xerxes, the answer is to score goals. Period. Unless you're Wout Weghorst, the answer is scoring goals. And I feel like this is not being praised enough or at all. It's just people are just like, meh, it's Haaland. I even call him in this community, we call him the cyborg because he's almost supernatural, superhuman settings, And if my math is right, let's do this. Let's do a ratio and proportion. We did simultaneous equations yesterday. So if 10 games 5 games, 10 goals. How many goals is he going to score in 38 games? Can somebody please help us with the math while I put the link in the chat? According to just like the ratio that he has right now. Let's do this because I can't find my whiteboard right now. I'll use an envelope that I just opened. So 10 is to 5 x 38 380, right? Well, this is the math right now. We put the x on the side, so 380 divided by 5. What is the answer? Lutata, can you please solve that up for us? 76 goals.
Jesus is Lord.
He obviously can't go that far because I think his highest Premier League goal scoring record was 36 goals, if I'm not mistaken. But it is a madness to think that the projected goals, if he keeps going at this rate, he's going to go for 76 goals in a 38 game season. Absolute cinema. Blue Tatas says I failed in high school in 99 with 0 division. I know. Luchata and I were sitting next to each other in class. Like the slow learners. The teacher is like, you know what? I'll come to you guys. Let me explain this concept real quick to the fast learners, and then I'll come re-explain to you guys. So it's funny because I used to be so good at math, Lutata. But yeah, anyway, that's besides the point. 76 goals is his projected goal scoring form right now as it stands in the Premier League, which is an absolute joke. And it begs the question that you're still smart. Math is not your forte, but you're still smart. You're preempting the question that I want to put in the poll, which is, would you swap Xerxes for Haaland? And I want to just go ahead and just start the show with that question and ask my man Ronald. Big up, Ronald. Ronald. Oh, big shout out to you, fam. So you heard the first question, bro. I'm literally like right here just marveling at the rate that Haaland is going at. And I just want to ask you, even put your Man United bias aside for a second and just look at it from a pure footballing standpoint. Would you swap Xerxes for Haaland? Yes.
I would even swap Haaland for Haaland. It's a dumb question in itself.
Oh my God!
You're telling me. It's again at the end of the day, it's like it's a weird question because obviously Haaland is scoring goals, right? But then you have to also think that you have to bring in quality everywhere else for him to score goals. Because you can see the moment the quality goes away from him of creation, he doesn't score goals. He's not a creator. You need creators around him for him to score goals.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe crackhead Bruno might work well with him, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but at the end of the day, Haaland is an enigma in himself. He would go on to become something. I really hope, or I really hoped, Roy Keane went for the nuts instead of the leg back in the day. But
Oh my God! Jesus! Jesus is Lord!
Can you explain that reference to somebody that may or may not know? You know, like this. There's people actually that tune
so
into
back in the
this
day,
show.
guys,
Yes,
when
please.
United was actually on top, doing
Yes,
well, right?
yes.
United played a match against City,
Mancity.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yes, and good Sir Haaland's father, senior,
Yes.
what he did was he
And
actually
his name
went
is
ahead
Alfie.
and
Alfie.
yeah, Alfie.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to take his name, but okay.
Yeah.
So senior Haaland actually goes ahead and takes a dig at fallen on the ground Roy Keane, saying you're just acting up and things of that nature. When he
Yes.
fell down and tore his, I think ACL or something like that, a muscle,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Roy Keane, just like me, petty with dedication, waited his time, came back from recovery after 1 year, and then took more time and waited for the game between United and City and took out the, I think it was the left knee. Yes, took out the
Yes.
left knee of
Yeah.
senior Haaland. And that was the end of his career. I'm just saying, if the leg was a little high, junior Haaland would have never been born.
It's such a dreadful thing to like, but it's a reality. You're right. You're right. Junior Haaland would have never been there, and we would have never had somebody who come in
And I'll
and
be
just
honest,
like,
the only reason I
yeah,
said that is because of how, like, the pettiness he showed in the last game against Arsenal. I mean, yeah, there is a rivalry now born between
mhm,
City and Arsenal after the last game. There is a rivalry now.
mhm,
City, if they would have lost the game, they would have given a boost to Arsenal for sure, as
yeah,
in a mentality boost, a mental boost. By
mhm,
the end of the game, they were stupid enough to still give them a bigger boost to tell their manager stay humble and to tell a 17-year-old kid who's just trying to fight for his badge or the mates, whatever,
yeah.
that who are you? Like obviously he used a different word, but I'm just saying, who are you? Why? Like like just 1 second ago, you told Arteta to be humble, and then you're going on to ask someone who are you? Like
Yeah,
Haaland, who are you?
yeah, yeah.
Should I bring Roy Keane?
Yeah, you do think he'll actually live to regret that because he's now like labeled as like he's coming off as very arrogant, Haaland, you know,
He
and
is arrogant. The
yeah,
thing is, and it again, his arrogance is warranted from a standpoint of the quality that he brings on the pitch. With the goals, anyone might think, we have people in our team who barely score goals, but think they're luxury plays like Mbappe.
mm,
And this man is consecutively, season in, season out, scoring goals. His name
in-
is being put up on the same pedestal as Ronaldo. So he's bound to have a certain amount of arrogance. Have you not seen that video on Twitter where he's trying to get into a party and he's like, "I am Haaland," and they're like, "Who?" He's trying to enter a yacht, and they're like, "Who? Get out of here!"
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
You haven't
No,
seen that video? Ah,
bro. If
peak. I'll send it to you when I find it, bro.
please, if you can find it and send it, I want to share it with the community too, because this is it's wow. I didn't know that's news to me that one, but crazy. We deserve better says not factually correct. Junior Haaland was born in 2000. Haaland Senior broke his left in 2007. Hmm.
Mm,
So he was
still,
already
still should
born.
have gone for the nuts.
So he should have done it like 7 years earlier.
He still should have gone for the nuts.
Crazy. We deserve better also says I'd swap anyone in this team for Haaland. It's thanks to Keane, Haaland Jr. showed us the finger. Yeah, craziness. I at the end of the day, like that Arsenal Man City match that you were just talking about, also just showed me, like, I remember there's another video that I want to share with the community actually, that thanks to Ronald, I think he shared it with me, and it just exposes sort of the bias that where the referees are helping Man City. And it's a little bit of matter of fact, let's do this. Let's just show it real quickly, and then I'll bring you back in a second, Ronald, and let me hear
Sure.
the response from Mitch in the building about this Haaland question right now that we're asking today. Would you swap Hoyland or even Xerxes for Erling Haaland, pardon me, Mitch? You hear, Mitch? Red card for Mitch. Big up to Doctor.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm here. I'm surviving and thriving. Yeah, I'm just curious. What do you think about Erling Haaland? Do you rate him as a player? Would you swap any Man United?
Let's give Haaland his props. He's a great player, scored a lot of goals. But my problem is, if you're gonna play, it's fine for City if he's that arrogant. But if you're gonna play for United, you have to have the United DNA.
Yeah.
And
okay.
My problem with him is his arrogance. You know how Ronaldo used to play for us, Cristiano,
Yes.
and he had the arrogance, but it's this level of, I don't know, humble arrogance. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
No, I do not, because Ronaldo and humble arrogance. Tell me.
No, like, you know how Ronaldo scored goals. Ronaldo scores goals, and he had a flair with him playing, but it's the way he carried himself too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Haaland is just like, I think he's got his father's DNA in him to be spewing, like, when Roy Keane is down, he say, "Oh, you're faking it." This and then he goes and breaks his leg. Karma is a
Beep.
Yeah. Is a beep.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think fine. Ole said get him, but I don't think he would have lasted too long at the club. He would have left.
So you're saying, with your opinion right now, Doctor, you're saying if you had the opportunity to swap Xerxes or even Rasmus Højlund,
no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
And because Ronald, shout out to Ronald, he did say half of Haaland's goals, like he has the opportunities were created for him.
Yeah.
You
need a creator. Yeah,
you need a creator. Fine, we have to create as Bruno. We have Bruno who creates a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think he would have scored as many goals. He would have scored a lot for us to be top 4 all the time.
Yeah.
But to win the league, I don't think so. And no. I also, it's you have to have a certain profile to play for United, as I said, and.
Interesting.
Also, I don't want. You know how sometimes you don't want certain kind of people in the club, like the attitude of a player, or it's not only just a player. It's this goes for everywhere, wherever you're gonna work.
Yeah.
Your character has to be of a certain character.
Yeah, you have to the cultural values of a space, and like you
look at and I don't know if you look at every single player who has played for United and who is still playing for United, they all have this certain thing about them that is the United DNA.
Interesting, Doctor. Interesting.
Just look at Patrice Evra, Rio Ferdinand, even now Martinez, Ugarte, even Onana. When you're interviewing them, you see that thing that is just Manchester United.
There is. It's a je ne sais quoi. I don't even know.
Yes, exactly. And also, I don't think he wouldn't have chosen United, because it's like, why do I go and play for the team for the guy who ended my dad's career, kind of thing?
That's true. That's true. Very solid point there. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Even though I'm like, it's a madness, but I hear what you're saying. And
And
yeah,
I don't. Me personally, I've always said I don't like Haaland, and people are like, "Oh my God, how don't you like Haaland? He's one of the greatest of this generation."
yeah,
That. And this is why. Is this the way he carries? Like, why do you? I get it. You're making football interesting. Roy Keane used to do it. Eric Cantona double-footed the fan.
100%.
But still, out outside of it, outside like when there's a reason why we like Eric Cantona, we like Roy
Mhm.
Keane. It's the je ne sais quoi. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
outside of it. Oh, he's actually a nice dude,
yeah,
quiet. You
yeah.
know, I'm not gonna. You know.
But you were watching the Arsenal game, Man City Arsenal
Yes.
game, right? And you
Yeah.
saw how he finished. Like the moment he had that chance, the moment Savio provided that that pass, and I just saw it, and I was just like, this is a goal, and he
Yeah.
caught
Yeah.
it so well that I was just like,
Yeah.
Dallas,
It's
honestly,
different. You see, it's different if you. Aha. I want to. This is a perfect example of the. I don't know why he threw the ball at Gabriel like it's stupid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, when he threw the ball at Gabriel,
But you remember last season,
yeah,
Aston Villa, when is it Ruiz when he scored and he did the thing to Onana.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
that I like that
Oh,
not like we came back and won the game, but that I was like that is funny. But throwing
oh
it on like somebody, you could have what he could have done is
yeah.
gone and like danced in the middle of like the whole Arsenal thing. Just go do like a little dance move.
Yeah,
I would have laughed.
right back
Everybody
in
would be
the
like,
face.
no,
Exactly.
there would have been no fight,
Yeah.
nothing. Because it would have been like, yeah, I deserve that. But throwing the ball,
Mm, mm. Okay, okay. Really quickly, like because you're talking about we're talking a little bit about the Man City Arsenal game. There was a video that I wanted to show to the community, by the way, and here, let's watch it together real quick. Look, check
yeah.
this out. It's about Man City and Michael Oliver.
It won't surprise me if he got
Michael
paid.
has a problem. September 2023, during the season, 4 Premier League referees are flown to the United Arab Emirates to referee an ADNOC game. Seems okay, yeah? Keep listening. They're paid £20,000. They're normally paid £1,500 for refereeing a match.
What? You say what?
That's a
This
lot.
is where it gets very interesting. So ADNOC stands for Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. They sponsor the league and they have the name for the league. Who's one of their board members? The Man City chairman is one of the board members.
It's giving conflict of interest already.
It is like, and this is why I want them to the 100 and whatever charges, they have to get gone down to League One
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
immediately, and if not, stripped of all of their titles.
Yeah,
The
right,
only
right.
the only people I feel sorry for are the Man City players who will also be stripped of their
Accolades. Yeah, yeah,
accolades.
yeah.
But that it's not their fault. They just played the game. But still,
100%. Listen to the last 30 seconds of this. Hold on.
Yeah.
So the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company is state-owned. Who is vice president of the state? The owner of Man City. This is where the 20,000 has been coming from for Michael Oliver to be paid to referee just one match. Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning. Barcelona were charged with paying off a referee. Obviously Pep was a manager at some point, but this was 2001 to 2018. It wasn't just Pep there. The director of football at Barcelona is the current director of football at Man City. Even if Man City have said absolutely nothing to Michael Oliver, they're just getting him out there to referee some games, surely he's going to have a slight bias to Man City. Let's take a look at some decisions this season. Wiped out Rice, then followed up and wiped out Odegaard. Didn't even get a yellow card, let alone a red. Doku with a karate kick on Alexis, no penalty. All of these are Michael Oliver. And this one, 0-0 in the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea. Palmer hits a free kick. Grealish hand moves towards the ball. It's a penalty. But the 4 match officials were the ones that got flown out to the UAE. And of course, no penalty was given. The thing is, he's basically on the payroll. It is a conflict of interest.
Yeah, pretty much. That sort of like exposes like some like crazy bias that's going on. That
Yeah.
Michael Oliver, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just very like disappointed that this stuff is not even brought to the limelight. It's just like people just.
But you know what?
Aside.
I won't be surprised if that's part of the what's it called? The cold case, because
Ooh, part of the charges, maybe.
yes,
Hopefully.
hopefully, because they
Ah,
really need to be punished.
they
Because
should be-
everything have been punished for less, right?
true. These
It's
guys
not
should be
fair.
playing Barnsley. you
Yeah,
know.
they should be.
Anyway, like whatever. Hopefully, Michael Oliver also doesn't like keep doing this nonsense. The other thing that I talked about earlier on was Ten Hag saying that he regrets hurting FC Twente, even if we haven't played FC Twente yet. Like, do you
No,
think he's too overconfident, or like
no. Do you know what? I love this. I love this version of Eric. Is
okay?
he's starting to get comfortable with the British media and
Mm-hmm.
the whole and yeah, I love it. He has to like talk the talk and walk the walk, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Yo, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm loving it. He's
I
giving a Mourinho energy, like he's telling them exactly what he's going to do, and yeah, he
hey.
should.
Hey, okay, all right. Let me bring back Ronald, Doctor. Big up to you, Ronald.
Now, how criminal are you? Charges against you. Red card for you. Man shares the video. Man wants to make it a date night, huh?
I
I'm
knew
sitting
I
like,
was gonna get
ah.
accused of something like this.
Now I'm there sitting like, okay, I'm doing research. I find something and I'm sharing with bots like, okay, brother, show it to the people, to the community, and then I'm the one sitting it out. Okay.
No, I was just sharing with the doctor. There's nothing wrong. Like we're all.
You could have brought me in as well. That's what I said. But it's okay. Can you bring Mitch in right now? Like,
All right, let's bring Mitch. Did you feel like you were interrupting date night? This guy says like it was date night.
Listen, Ronald is not the only one who is here to accuse you. I got accusations too. You're out here moving like Man City, bro. For real.
No. Okay,
bro,
let's
Mitch,
stay on
did you
topic.
hear him? The man said, "Doctor, why don't you and I look at this together?"
No.
Like, together, huh? What about the community? What
No,
about
I
the
meant.
people in the town?
But I finally caught an early morning stream and you're out here moving like Michael Oliver, bro. What's going on? You're red carding me as soon as I jumped in, bro.
Okay, let's stay on topic though. Let's stay on topic.
Okay, so coming back to the topic, I earlier said that I would swap Haaland for Xerxes or Foden, but I would not. New evidence, I would not. I would keep my boys who play for my club because this man, Erling Haaland, when he joined City, he said, and I quote, I would have played for Leeds instead.
Ooh.
He hates United, bro, because of his father and whatever happened. He hates United, and you don't want such players at the club, anyways. For whatever quality they might bring, don't need him.
I
Interesting.
mean, he could have joined us though if Ollie and the Glazers didn't bottle it for 20 million.
I don't think he
So,
would have still. You
Yeah.
still need a player approval on transfer. He would have said no.
so you really think if we had put that money down
We
to
could have put 30 as well. He would have said no.
I feel like, but Ole, the ties with Ole, because Ole was also part of his like development earlier on, right? Like
Yeah, but that was at Molde. For a
yeah,
big club
yeah.
like
Then
that.
it's like it's one of those things. You see the same thing that Erik Ten Hag is having with FC Twente, saying, they gave me an opportunity, they helped me like develop, like at that
Yeah, but that
point,
guy's not gonna have that for United.
no, but the Ole Paul would have come into,
Bro, money talks,
Please
voice
allow the
don't
olive
work,
Paul,
and
bro.
please.
the financial, exactly, Mitch. Like if the
Nah,
contract is
I still
right,
feel that. I
Di
still feel that
Maria didn't
the
want to
off the
come to
pitch,
our club, but we paid the money
bro.
and he
Di
left
Maria
Real
is very
Madrid.
different from Erling Haaland. Di Maria is very different from Erling Haaland. Di Maria before Di Maria, there were no ties of him to United in his family or anything as such.
yeah.
This man, he hates United.
His
You
father
have to
hates
deep in and
United, but I
understand.
don't know if
Bro,
he
he
hates
does too.
United.
What do you think? How does a son become a fan of a club? The father passes it on, most
But
likely.
so that's actually a really good question. Like, have we had a father play for a rival club and then the son goes to the other rival club? I'm I can't
I think
think.
we did that with, I think, Charlie Savage. I think
Oh,
because the Fletcher
Yeah.
boys are still here. I think Rooney's kid is still here.
yeah,
Obviously, Ronaldo's kid has been every club that Ronaldo's been to, so that's different. But he hasn't chosen a club to stay with as of right now because he's played with Juventus, United, even Saudi. I think he plays for Al Nassr, I guess. I'm not sure, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's. I'm now gonna be watching the Ronaldo Junior, Rudy Junior, where they go and be like, are they gonna go anywhere where the like
I think Rooney Jr. will most likely start over here.
yeah,
He would be at the club. He would stay at the club because Rooney has kept it that way. He's kept him at the club. But
mm,
yeah, the video that you saw, that's one of the evidence that I present to you. This
yeah,
should be the court of law. This is what happens when you start digging in and you start looking at things from a different perspective, a
yeah.
perspective of, let's say, hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Also, Beckham's sons don't. One of the Beckham sons doesn't play for us. I think I think he has how many? I'm not sure. Two, I think.
Yeah.
One plays football, but the one who plays football doesn't play for us. He plays for, I think,
Mhm.
the one of the MLS club or something like that.
Wow.
But
Listen, Poppy, just to get back on topic a little
Yeah.
bit to your Haaland question. First of all, you deserve a yellow card for these early morning streams and another yellow card for that question.
Why? Explain why. I get the red.
Yeah, because you can't be asking if I would swap Haaland for Xerxes. That's a no-brainer, bro. Come on. I
What?
swap any player in this team for Erling Haaland, bro. What are we doing here? That's mad.
it's
Why?
like asking, would you swap Rashford for prime Ronaldo, or
No,
would you swap?
listen,
Now, would you?
listen.
It's not. Honestly, bro, it's like asking, would you swap Anthony for prime Messi? Would you not? Like, what the hell?
Of course, there's other people that feel different. And right now we have a poll, and guess what the poll is looking like? Like these people that are like, no,
Would you swap Harry Maguire for Harry Beckenbauer?
Oh
duh.
my days, bro.
But there is a thing. There's the rivalry question that is actually like coming into play. Is like, bro, looking at Alfie Haaland and the people that like hated Alfie Haaland, they were like, nah, we don't want Haaland and his
Bro,
descendants
if
ever
you
at
stop
Man United.
focusing on date nights, you
Mm.
might come up with new questions.
Okay, all right. Wait. Let me address Yale as well. Saying,
But
by
I
the
have to
way,
ask you a question. I have to address the elephant in the room.
what's the elephant?
So, why does? Because I've seen this going around a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Bruno work for Portugal but not for United? Does Portugal play counter-attacking football balls?
No.
Bro,
Then
Portugal
how
are
is it
shit,
possible
bro.
that Portugal are able to go ahead and control the ball and play football, score goals, get things done,
They
while United is not? And in Portugal,
they have
Bernardo
technical.
Silva doesn't play the 10, right?
Yeah, I
Bruno
mean they have
does. He
ballers.
plays the right wing.
Portugal is filled with like technical
Because
ball.
even though I told you that against Crystal Palace, he was a very bad player on the pitch. He did not do well, right? My
Mm.
only concern is that Bruno has been doing so much in the last few years, because the best Bruno we saw was the one that played with Pogba and Matic, and I will die by that sword, because he actually played very well, because he was not carrying the ball, he was not doing the defensive work, he was just focusing on his own work. And after that is where shit hit the fan, because then he had to do work for someone else like Fred and McTominay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so on and so forth. Now I feel like he's at a point where he just has that, and it's a human tendency, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like he has to do everything when he's not supposed to.
Mm.
Because now you have players like Kobe Minu and Ugarte, so he needs to chill out, but that will happen with time. So he has to believe in players around him, because he has not had those players and that quality around him for, I think, 3 seasons. Last 3 seasons, you did not actually have that.
Yeah.
So if you say a player is shit and he cannot play a certain type of way that United wants to play or Erik Ten Hag wants to play, well, he absolutely can. That is why Erik Ten Hag gave him the new contract as well, because he knows he can. He ain't stupid. Because I see you people, you lot getting sacked on FC 24, but you want to tell me tactics. Football Manager, you can't get ahead of that. You're getting sacked on Football Manager, but you want to come with white boats.
I know you were listening into yesterday's conversation. Both of you guys actually were there in the show. I saw you guys in the chat, and
Shots fired. Shots fired.
No, I'm not firing shots. I'm bringing the army.
I know, but like you heard the Bruno conversation. People that there was some people. Shout out to Tom, journalist. Shout out to Stu. There are people that were like, no, I do not want.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah,
but it's just crazy. This guy has carried us for like 4 years.
Yeah,
and now he has 4 bad games, and like the whole world wants to criticize him. It doesn't make sense.
See, the thing is, when people do not stand on business, right?
Yeah,
Because all of these tacticals are getting sacked on a fucking football game, game, but they want to come here and tell me that this is the type of football a player should play. Why did you not apply that to your own stream, sir, or your own game, sir?
Yeah.
Why did you not play 4-3-2-1 or 4-4-2 or whatever the hell you want to play? Why? You still played the Erik Ten Hag way, 3-1-6, and you held con. You got sacked. But then you want to come in here and tell me that, hey, he needs to do this. Who the hell are you? Sort your life out. Don't get sacked, and then come chat to me.
So, Ronald, you and Mitch, you're believing, all right, Bruno Fernandes is being scapegoated just because of like a bad game.
The last game was his fault. The last game was Bruno's fault.
Okay.
But you have to also understand that when you say things like, because there was a saying 2 years ago, right? And a lot of these Sancho FC and all of these FCs used to say, Manchester United will not hold a trophy when Bruno's in the team. Now they can't say it. They just can't say it anymore.
Facts.
Because he shut it down with 2 trophies on their top of the head, and all these same men were celebrating in their knickers.
Facts, bro.
With their cheeks out. They were celebrating that. Now the narrative is, and he's raised the standard, because they were saying at the time, oh, we can't win trophies with Bruno in the team.
Yeah.
Now they're saying we can't win the league. How shameless.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean,
how rich of you to say that, huh?
But listen. It's because he's the captain, and I feel like some people, like, they were even saying, "Oh, we made a mistake. Ineos made a mistake by renewing Bruno's contract," and I was just like, "Did they?" Like,
but the thing is,
point.
the
That's
thing with
exactly
me is like,
that's exactly what I want to talk to them about. Because I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting right now. But that's exactly what I want to talk about to these people. Because, bro, you're telling me you would take Kevin De Bruyne at the club, not even available. You're telling me you would take Odegaard at the club, can't even play 2 different style of plays. What has he done for his country? Jack shit. He actually has
Erling Haaland done for top. Arsenal? Jack shit as well.
He actually has Erling Haaland up top, doesn't he?
But he ain't won shit. Like, he ain't won no trophies, bro.
And he's still shit.
I actually didn't give that
Kevin De Bruyne in his golden generation of the Belgian players was shit.
Yeah. Odegaard and Haaland, why are they not working for that national team? Let me I'll come back to you guys in a second. Let's hear Charles where he stands on this topic.
Bro, those guys are chatting bare, bro. I can't believe we're actually comparing club football to country football. And this is
Oh
the
my
thing.
God!
No, this is the thing that people do, yeah, when they start talking out of both sides of their mouth. If Bruno goes and has a stinker, what do
Yeah.
they all say? It's country football, it's slow, it's this, it's that. Club
It's not as
football is different.
yeah,
Exactly. You
yeah,
know, but then now when it is time to big up Bruno, oh, he plays well for Portugal. He plays this for this. Odegaard doesn't do anything against Norway. Well, Holland and Odegaard don't really do shit for their countries. Both of their teams are at the top of the league, bro. Holland is one of the best strikers in the world. That don't change, does it?
but
The fact that he don't score for his country don't change nothing, does it?
well, if he's the best and like if he's really the best, then why is he not really like helping Norway out and in international competitions as much as he's helping out City?
I don't know, but you can't argue that Holland is the best striker in the world right now. No matter anyhow you want to switch it, he is the best ST in the world right now. Whether he scores for Norway or not, it's undeniable.
Hmm.
Club football, country football, completely different. So let's not be doing this kind of false analysis. You guys were talking about Bruno's best season was when he had players like Pogba, Matic. No shit. That's quality right there. That's a quality DM and that's a quality 8.
Hmm.
You look at the forwards, Rashford was getting 20, Martial was getting 20, and Greenwood was getting what, 19, 15? All
Mhm.
these people were putting up numbers. We had a quality team, a quality front line. These guys are talking that people said Bruno would never win a title. No, they said we would not win a Prem title under Bruno. You cannot tell me that Man United fans looked at the team of Sancho, Ronaldo, Bruno, Pogba, Matic, Martial, Rashford. What are you telling me, bro?
Team though, yeah, yeah.
Why are these guys just coming on here to lie like as if anybody said that? It makes no bloody sense.
Hold on. I want to bring back Ronald and hear what he has to say in response to you. But big up to everybody that's joining in. Don't forget to hit the like button. By the way, I see Tommy. Tommy, I know you have COVID. I hope that you're recovering well. Thank you for being
And
here.
then no,
Um, all right,
bro, no, wait,
go
let me finish because this thing is so
ahead.
annoying. I even
Let,
forgot that
let.
man did the whole Sancho FC rubbish. And honestly, that thing, nothing pisses me off than when you're trying to talk about a player and the next thing man says is, oh, but you back Sancho. Oh, but you back Rashford. Oh, but you back Ahmad. What does that have to do with anything? Talk to me about Bruno.
Okay,
Stop bringing up man that don't even play the same position as him.
let's
You
Ronald.
you know what happens when a person starts talking from from a place of hate. He talks from his mouth and then his ass, and that's what you hear.
Please tell me what I said that was hate. I just want to know. What did I say that came off as hate? This is
Okay,
Man United fans in a nutshell, bro.
and
When the
let me
man them that they are sucking
wait,
off, yeah, is now shit.
Charles.
All of a sudden, everybody hates them.
You've talked. Let Ronald talk. Let Ronald talk, and don't respond. Let him land his point. Okay, Ronald, please be respectful, but go ahead.
Yeah, man's talking about sucking off, and you're asking me to be respectful. But nonetheless, no problem. Charles, you tell me because you're saying previous people, so you were obviously talking about me. So just enlighten me on things that I said, right? What exactly was I saying was wrong? Because all I said was best Bruno we saw, right, was with Pogba and Matic. And
Mm-hmm.
that absolutely means you actually agreed upon it. You said quality midfield, if I'm not wrong, right? So you agreed with what I said. Now, I also said he played with Fred and McTominay, but you did not even touch upon that point. You directly went to Sancho FC. Sancho FC was just in context of people who were talking. And also the title you're talking about, people were saying we would not hold a trophy. You might not have been everywhere, Charles. You're not a god, right? So you might not be privy to information on Twitter, whatever the fuck happens on there, right? So you might not know. Let's just not say things you don't know did not happen.
Charles, do you want to respond?
I just wanted to ask, like, weren't we in like two semi-finals and a final under Oli or something like that? I remember a Europa League final though. So I do not get this thing that you're telling me. Man United fans said that we will
But
not
we
win the
still
title
did not
under. No,
win,
no, no, no. Hold
Charles.
on, hold
We
on, hold on.
still did not
Ronald,
win.
Oh,
let Charles
Hold
finish.
brother.
on, please. But stay out of it. Charles, the thing is, when we did end up in semi-finals and finals, right? And we did not win. You hear me? We did not win. People were saying it's because of Bruno. That's all I'm saying. Because he was part of the team, right? And his game was not the best in those games. And that's exactly what people were saying. Till the time this guy is going to be in United, we will not win a trophy. This was being said on a lot of channels where I have seen you before. It was being said in spaces. I'm not sure if you exist on Twitter. I apologize. I'm not aware of that information. But a lot of people were saying all of those things that till the time Bruno's here, we will not even see a trophy. Forget the title. Now they're saying we will not see a title, a Premier League title. So the
brother.
conversation has changed.
Brother, no, no, no. The conversation hasn't changed. Do you know the funny thing? Yeah, it would have
Go on.
made no sense for that statement to have been made then. Think of the players we had in the squad at the time,
If
brother.
it makes sense or
Brother,
not,
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no.
know.
Wait,
Charles,
hold
still
on,
the
hold on. Let
statement
me
was
finish.
made.
You just finished
Statement,
talking, bro. Like
but
I
you're
don't
saying the
get
statement
this.
was never made when the
I don't.
statement was being made.
Ronald, wait,
I
let
don't
Charles
get
finish.
this. This guy has
Oh,
cut
Jesus
me off
Christ.
every single time I have
Wait.
spoken. Truth of the matter is, we were getting to semi-finals. We were getting to finals. We just were not winning. There were
Yeah.
not Man United fans coming in to tell me that we can't win the FA Cup, we can't win the Carabao Cup, we can't win the Europa League. It was not happening, bro. What was happening was we're not going to win the Premier League with Bruno in the team. I remember that statement ringing loud for like 3 years now. That
Mm-hmm.
was the statement. We would never win the Premier League. We will never win the Champions League with Bruno at the helm. That was the statement, and it hasn't been proven wrong. And at the same time, yeah, you still haven't said anything regarding the fact that Bruno is categorically poor. He is. This season he has been poor. Last season he was poor. And you know the actual funny thing, you guys go off about he's the creator, this and that. I was watching Ricky the other day, yeah, and then he was having a breakdown of Bruno's Premier League assists. It was something like 868 or something like that. And I'm here thinking we've scored 57 goals and he's getting 8 Premier League assists. How many goals is it really affecting? Is it really that creative hub that we need when he only has about 8 assists?
Okay, so now can I talk? Thank you so much. So,
You go ahead.
Charles, the thing is, when you talked, right, you said you did not make that statement. Yes, you might have not made that statement, but you don't represent everyone. And when I'm talking about everyone, there are other United fans as well. So, long behold, if you think you're on a pedestal, you're not. You're just as a fan as me, right? So, even my opinion might be wrong, so can yours be. Whatever your opinion was, God bless you with that. I couldn't care less. But I'm just telling you what I heard in spaces, what I heard in areas. Bots has actually been in those conversations himself. I can
Yeah.
tell you the name as well. Planet, you know who, actually said that we will never win a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I
quote him
was
on
there
that.
for that conversation. Yeah.
Okay. So, Charles, don't fucking tell me that I did not hear shit because I wasn't part of those conversations, bro. I've been defending Bruno since time. Okay. I know
So do you
exactly what I'm
still
talking
do
about.
you right now? How do you feel about that statement, Ronald? Is it like does it still like is it terrible, like a terrible take, or do you still feel like we will still win with Bruno?
I hope we win, but I'm telling you, when he plays shit, I call it out as well. I'm
Hmm.
not sitting here and telling you that he had an amazing game against Crystal Palace because I told you he did not. I was the one who came in and told you do not support Bruno for this game or even try to have a positive outlet in respect to it because he had a shit game. There was nothing positive he did in that game. And I told that to you personally myself. He did not
Sure,
do well. The
sure.
first stream you and I spoke about after the game, I told you it's not good. It wasn't looking good.
Yeah,
When was the last time Bruno was consistently good, by the way?
Last
bro.
season
When?
when
Bro,
everyone else was
I
shit.
can't. Oh, you telling me last
Charles,
season?
because
Last
if I
season.
if I talk about GA, then your next point would be don't bring in GA. Don't bring in GA.
Bloody hell!
So what the
This
fuck
is
should I judge him on?
Well,
mad.
Charles has
Eriksen.
brought
We
up
watched
here.
football, bro. What do you mean? What should you
Now,
judge it on?
here's
We
the
watched
thing.
the game.
Charles,
We
I'm
see
pretty
this.
sure you're one of
We
those
say,
narrative people who say that Eriksen is a better footballer than Bruno. And I agree with you on some grounds, right? Eriksen is a better footballer. How the fuck does he play the same game for 90 minutes but has less creativity than Bruno, who played the same game for 20 minutes? Make it make sense.
this is the
See, now
biggest
you would
this is
say
the
something
biggest
stupid like this is
fallacy.
beyond stupidness because
This
you're
is
stupid.
this
That's where
is
you
the
are.
I
It's
didn't even
okay.
say it was stupid. Like, I haven't even finished.
I know
You just,
I can hear your
brother, let me
thoughts.
bro,
You're thinking
you
out loud.
love to hear yourself speak for no reason, bro. You've been chatting for like
I
10,
would rather
15
hear
minutes,
myself
and
speak than you.
oh
I
bloody
can't
Wait,
hear
hell,
you.
fam.
wait,
This
Ronald,
guy.
wait.
This
Let's.
guy just yapping away for no reason, just over and over and over and over. Like, brother, allow it. You ask a question, I say one word, you talk for 20 minutes. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah,
Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, man is
yeah,
talking about Barnsley. And
yeah.
again, this is the biggest fallacy. I have come on here and I've said it time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
You guys sit around and say Bruno is this huge chance creator. We will look at the stats that says he has created 300 chances this season. But
Yeah.
my football club has only scored 50 goals, out of which he has only assisted 8.
But
What is this
is it
big chance
Bruno's
creation,
fault
bro?
that the goals are not being scored, Charles? That's the thing. It's like,
Okay, now good. You've actually said Bruno's fault here. How
yeah.
many times do we sit down here for 90 minutes and say, bro, the attack is dead? They are not creating chances. You guys are the ones that will be the first to say we're not creating chances for Hoyland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is supposed to be creating chances?
I mean, Bruno and the other
All
winger,
right, cool then.
and the
But
winger
again,
is
no,
it's not
because
just his only
let's
responsibility.
actually reason it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bruno
yeah.
creates 300 chances, but every game was saying you don't create enough for the striker. I've asked this before. Who is he creating for? We don't look at Rashi and say you're having 5 chances every game. We don't look at Ahmad. We don't look at Garnacho. This guy is supposedly the creator of the team. 300 chances. That is what the stats say.
Mm.
But yet, when we watch the game, we complain that we're not doing enough in attack. How is it that creative then? Something is not making sense.
Let's hear what Mitch has to say about this. Because Mitch, where do you stand on this topic?
Yeah, man. I don't know. This guy, he's just waffling because Bruno is the creator, bro. He has been carrying us for the last 4 years, and now he has 4 bad games, and people want to jump on his back. Like, it's crazy, bro. I just want people to keep the same energy, like the same way they say Bruno is the captain that led us to 8th place. He's the same captain that led us to 2 trophies. So hold that.
Brother, how many goals did we score last season?
How
So
many?
is it Bruno
How
Fernandez
many?
that's
Just
supposed?
answer the question. How many goals did we score last season?
I think we scored like 57 or something like that.
How many did Bruno assist? Because you say he is the creative hub. How many did he assist out of that 57?
Let's look it up. Let's see. Assists
I'm
last.
not sure. I'm not a
It was
stats
8.
guy, bro.
It was 8. He had only 8 out of 57. 8.
So is Bruno the
Let
one that's
let us look
supposed
at
to
the season
assist or
before.
score
Hold
all
on.
the goals for
Hold
Manchester
on.
United?
Hold on.
What
Let's
about
look at,
our wingers? Are they not supposed to create as well?
brother. You guys are the ones that are telling me this guy is the sole creator. If he doesn't play, we don't create. That is the
Yes,
sentence. Cool. Hold
he
on.
is our main
Hold on.
creator
Hold.
because he put
Okay,
up
cool.
the most numbers. So
All
what's your
right.
point?
When he doesn't play, we don't create. But then you look at his assist record, and you don't really match up with the amount of goals that was scoring. Though Bruno is more of a goal scorer than a creator, and that is factual. So all this talk about this guy being a creator, it don't work that way, bro. He don't create that much. He really don't. You
Look,
guys are
20,
you guys talk like
2022.
as if it is his first season when he was getting like, is it not 18 goals and 10 assists or something like that. Bruno hasn't been doing that for time. He hasn't.
So in 2021 he had 6 assists. 2021, 2022, right? Then the following season 8 assists, and I think the following season as well 8 assists, and the same as Eriksen in 2022, 2023, and then 23, 24. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is six.
But you know what I want you to do?
No,
I
do,
want
you
you
know.
to
So
compare
when you
his
actually
stats to.
look at things, yeah, it now begins to click in your head. All this talk of Bruno being the creator, the creative hub, the blah 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 rubbish. It ain't all there. It ain't that serious, bro. He is more of a goal scorer
What
than a
about
creator.
what
Okay,
about
let me ask him a question, right, Charles?
okay.
Who do you consider as a creative player? Who would be your preferable number 10? Like, if you're a Man United CEO or whatever, what player would you bring in instead of Bruno?
I already said the player that I would bring in. I think it was
I
Danny
wasn't
Olmo.
here when you
I
said
brought
it,
up
so that's why I'm
no. This
asking you.
was no. This is a question that I've been asked before. I said Danny Olmo, and then I also said you don't even
Danny
have to.
Olmo. Papi, can you
Hold on,
compare Bruno's
hold on.
stats with
Let me
Danny Olmo's
finish.
stats right
Let
now
me
for me?
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let's see.
let me finish.
Let's hear.
And then again, I also said you don't even need to replace him with another 10. We can end up playing two eights. You can change the formation. There are so many things. Just because we take Bruno out doesn't necessarily mean that we've taken out his goals and assists. They will come from somewhere else. Hell, we can put somebody else in that position that may not get Bruno's numbers exactly, but the team itself will play better. I have made that statement multiple times. This talk of let us compare Daniel Olmo's stats to Bruno's stats, it will lead you nowhere.
It's not
Honestly
looking
and
good,
truly,
Charles. Look at
it will
this.
lead you nowhere.
It's not looking good. Dani Olmo versus Bruno. Two goals from Dani Olmo, 10 from Bruno,
This guy is
five
playing in
assists.
a dead La Liga league and he wants to compare him with Bruno Fernandez, bro. That's crazy.
He moved to La Liga this season. Do you really want to compare his stats with Bruno's stats this season? Because
That's
I like that
Bro,
don't make
any
no
season,
sense.
last season, this season, next
Oh
season,
my
we can
days.
compare, bro.
I'm so tired of this, bro. You guys will use stats to just kill yourselves. You
no,
guys sit down
Bro,
it's not
here
looking
for
good, bro. It's not
nah. I've no, I've always said this, yeah. Don't go based off stats. You watch the game. We
but
sit down
what
here.
wins
but this
games,
We
goes
bro?
sit down
What
against
here.
wins
your point.
games is
Hold on,
goals.
hold on.
Goals wins games. So what are we doing here? At the
And
end of the day, if you
Goals,
don't
okay,
put the
fine.
ball in the back,
Like,
wait, guys. This also now you're defeating your own argument, Charles, because now you're saying don't look at stats when you've been criticizing Bruno's stats, and now it's not looking good because Danny Olmo is like subpar compared to Bruno stats wise. But there's the other thing too when you're creative. I think Joe also mentioned it. There's key passes. Those things do not get
oh
counted.
my days.
No,
Oh my
you can't.
days.
No. You can't ignore the fact that sometimes when you're playing as a number 10 or an 8 or whatever, like the importance of the pass before the assist is also like as important, you know?
Okay. I agree with that completely, but that is not the point I'm trying to make. And the reason why I brought up Bruno's stats here were because these man them are the ones that talk about GA first. And then I say he isn't that creative. He bags like six Premier League on average. I think it's what seven assists in a season. For you to say that if he doesn't play, we don't score. So we're missing out on seven assists. I come still. You guys want to go off about stats. You guys will sit down here with me for 90 minutes.
Mhm.
Minute 1 to minute 70, Bruno is shit. He's giving away the ball. Minute 75, oh my days, he's just trying it. 85th minute, Bruno scores a goal. Oh my days, he is world class. This is why we cannot survive without him. He just stunk up the gap for 80 plus minutes, got a goal, and now it's a 7/10 per performance. This is the reason why we are right. We are where we are right now because you people have said and believed lies for so many years. The
Mhm.
last time Bruno was this creative hub, this goal scorer that you guys are talking about was, I think it was his second season under Oli or his first full season under Oli. That was when everything was cool.
Yeah.
Now we are seeing Bruno play exactly the same way, but that GA isn't coming. The
No, but
way he plays is not conducive whatsoever. It
Charles,
isn't, and he's
Charles,
30.
Charles, out of all the midfielders that have taken shots, I think it's Bruno has taken about 16 or 17 shots and he hasn't scored. He's missed the most right now.
That
And I
is
saw
mad.
that
I
yeah.
wonder I wonder what
That is
So,
Charles'
mad.
opinion on Bruno was in his first season when he came in the January. I'm sure he was sucking Bruno up as hell. Pause.
What does that have to do with anything?
He said, "Suck it up, Mitch." let's say Ronald, bro. I had to sit
No,
with you
it's
for
okay, bro. You have to. You sometimes have to be criminal. It's okay. I understand. You have to
yeah.
side with the devil. It's okay. You have
No,
your
but
own
I really
preferences of
wanted to
people you
hear
want to
Charles's
speak to. It's
argument.
understandable. But
It,
for someone to say last season Bruno was not actually critical, that's butch. That's bullshit. And I tell you to your fucking face, if you can hear me, you're bullshit.
that's too much now. That's too much cussing now. It's crazy. I don't know how we got here. Let's bring somebody to cleanse the space.
Hello, puppy.
Hello. Question for you, Riley. Would you take Erling Haaland at Chelsea?
Well, it's considering the factors of those goals, and I we got too many players. I'm saying no. I think it's a sensible decision. No, we have too many players.
That's the first sensible answer you've given this week, Riley.
No, no, too many players. I'm saying no. Keeping at Man City, but he's not going to score 36 Premier League goals. Marcus Rashford will. I can tell you now.
I want to give you a red card, but I support Marcus. I want him, but I don't see him getting 36 Premier League goals, Riley. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe Ganacho. Maybe
I'm just sending you with love. Like I want Marcus to do well, but Riley, nah. Riley is pushing it. Doctor, what a stream.
Crazy.
Oh. Anyway.
At some point, I just tuned out. I'm sorry. I was like, oh my god, this is
Yeah. It got intense. It got intense.
very intense. But
But
football does that to you. You get
did you hear any of that point?
passionate.
Did anybody sway your opinion some way? Like, you heard Charles, you heard Mitch, you heard Ronald. Like, was there anything that you picked up that from that, before you tuned out?
I'm, I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
obviously, Bruno has what one Bruno on the national team has more. He has some of the greatest players ever to
Yeah.
play with on his national team. Ronaldo, Pepe,
Hmm.
Dalot. Like the quality. One thing I love about the Portuguese team is the quality is just superior. And it sucks that they haven't won more. Like they haven't won the World Cup. They have to win the Euros again. I feel like sometimes on paper, sometimes they have the best.
Yeah.
That sucks. And clearly, international football is not the same as club football. If
Thanks.
To be fair, then let's take the Norwegian team. The
Hmm.
Norwegian team, they only have the two, Odegaard and Haaland. And to
Yeah.
be fair, if Haaland wants to be like to ever win a Ballon d'Or, I feel like he has to make sure that the quality on his team is
Hmm.
he has to have like a Portugal type team around him. And I know
Yeah.
it's not him who's going to call up, but I feel like his other teammates need to level up. They definitely need to level up.
That boxing match we just witnessed, actually, for me, it made me like wonder, okay, like why do they not even go that far in the Euros, or it's such a, because Odegaard, in essence, is a very good number 10, right? And Haaland
Yeah.
is a good finisher. Why can they not connect and help the team? Yale, who's Norwegian, says, I've told you so many times why Haaland and Odegaard is not working for Norway. Besides, Norway just wrecked Austria. Solbakken is the reason why Norway has been terrible. Who's Solbakken? Is he the manager? Yale, please explain your point a little bit. Please.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Because
you know?
because I'm trying to think of like let's take United for example.
Yeah,
De Gea played for Spain.
yeah.
Rio played for England. Um, Kobe's in the England team. Who again? Valencia played for France.
Mm-hmm.
Pogba at one point won the World Cup, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you look at it individual, like if you take individuals from our team, our squad, even right now, They play for some of the best, like internationally, the best teams in the world. You know, the what's his name? Martinez won the World Cup.
Yeah, and Copa America. Yeah.
In Copa America, Garnacho was on the Copa America team, so you can see that even in some cases it does correlate that they play not only great on the club level but great on on international level. But in some it's disappointing sometimes when internationally it sucks. Me personally, I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a wild thing. But at the end of the day, I feel like a player's quality should shine, even if it's like national.
Yeah. Oh, do you know
know,
what? I think that's my point. Your quality should shine not only at club level but on international level.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who the manager is. It doesn't matter who
Yes.
the players around you are. Of course, you know you need to be able to showcase your how good you are. That's why like the whole thing where like Pep, there's like sometimes people say, oh yeah, system players, you know, there's like this player's a system player. If he's not in the right system, he's not gonna flourish. I'm like, nah, it says something about them that they cannot adapt to a new system and actually, you know, like
I said this yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the thought just went back. What
Yeah.
did I say yesterday? Oh yes, what I said yesterday was because of the newer introduction and so many like people in our team and Ten Hag trying to like figure out who plays best where. Bruno doesn't like he's trying to also figure out his place on the team.
Yeah.
But one thing he does bring is that energy, the assists, the the passion, and plus he's playing. We're 5 games into the season, guys. Remember, it's just 5 games. He's played poorly, once or twice, and people are already saying, "Oh, he doesn't need to be there." Blah, blah, blah. Calm down. Trust me. Yeah, well, what 5 points or how many points off of the top are we? 5.
Oh, I do not like.
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 6.
Okay, all right. Let's check real quick before we close.
Yeah, because I think it's 5 or 6. But trust me, by December, by December, we should. I think it's a safe bet to assume that people, with the number of games we're playing, people are gonna start dropping points.
Yeah,
we're 7 and
6
well, Arsenal.
10 points. Yeah, look at that. Like Arsenal has actually Arsenal has 4 points more than us. It's just like a win and a draw, and we're on par.
And then and City has 12 points, right? Or 13.
13.
So that's 6 points off the top. Guys,
that's hard. It's hard for you to say what 6 points on. I don't know how to say it. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's tough. It's tough. But she said, trust me, right? Doctors do things we're in the title race. Should we tell her? I don't know. Maybe I'm too skeptical. Right now, I just don't want to have expectations because I don't want disappointments. You know. Okay, she says what we're in the top 4 race. That's fair. That's fair. Oh gosh. That was too funny.
Yeah.
All right. So the last question, because that's the title of the show. Can Haaland score more than 36 Premier League goals this season? Yes or no?
You mean 76?
Well. No. The ratio, we're just doing a mathematical.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, but it's possible. It's very possible. He can beat his own record if he puts his mind to it. But I need him to fix his attitude.
Yeah. Okay. And you said he doesn't have Man United DNA, and you still wouldn't take him at Man United. You doctor today.
He even said it. What did Ronald say? Ronald came back and said, "This guy said," and Ronald, I hope it's true. because I'm going to fact check this afterwards.
Yeah.
He said he would rather play for Leeds. So do you know what he can do? He can go play for Leeds. Where are Leeds in the championship? Okay, he's gonna play against them when Man City get deducted points anyway.
All right. Yeah, no, I like it. I like that answer. He's like, go play for Leeds. Ronald, big up yourself, my bro. Shout out to Doctor. You there, Ronald? Shout out to Riley. You know.
And also got to say one thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat Barrow tonight. Come on, you Chels.
You're beating who?
We're going against Barrow tonight in the
Who's
EFL
that?
Cup. Barrow League 2, Skybet League 2.
And this is totally crap.
Listen.
Baron? Who's that? I don't even know that team. Hey, Barrow. I don't know who that is. Anyway, shout out to Riley. That's Riley's channel, by the way. Women's football channel with Riley Taylor. Give him a like. Give and give yourself some love. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and thank you for this today's show. Wow. Yeah, I feel like let's see the poll real quick as we close. The question was, would you sub Xerxes for Haaland? 37% said no. Okay. Wow, there's some people that do not want Haaland at all, but 63 said yes. Incredible. All right. I appreciate you for participating in the poll. I appreciate you for being here and for hitting the like button just like that. Have yourself a lovely, lovely, lovely Tuesday. We shall talk tomorrow. Peace. FC Twente, we coming for you.
Them dead.
Football Power Hour.